Just in while we're live, Taylor Swift is having bad blood with Blake Lively. I am not your dragon. I knew. Secret footage has been released that reveals that Blake Lively was working with Taylor Swift the whole time. If this is real, Blake Lively, you deserve all of this. This is a reckoning she needs to hear. This isn't bullying. This isn't harassment. This is accountability, girl.
You call your friend and go, yo, I'm in trouble. I need help. I need backup. You don't do that without talking to them. You know what I mean? Like,
right. People are putting snake emojis. Taylor hates snakes. Kim Kardashian, all these people who manipulate her.
Taylor Swift never anticipated being embroiled in this chaos. But when her name surfaced in Blake Lively's explosive lawsuit, used as a silent weapon in a conflict she was unaware of, everything changed.
Kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin.
Now, the aftermath is unraveling. Depositions are on the horizon, secret footage is emerging, and one of Hollywood's most cherished friendships may be facing its most public unraveling. Blake Lively has alleged harassment by Justin Baldoni during the filming of It Ends With Us, a movie centered on domestic violence.
The source adds, it's weird to say that about a friend.
Yes,
100,000%. If you get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate I'm Khaleesi, which is, by the way, she's not a good guy in the movie. She's a bad guy.
What began as a discrete issue behind the scenes has erupted into one of the most high-profile legal battles in recent Hollywood history. Lively, an acclaimed actress and producer, has stepped into a legal firestorm with a lawsuit that raises more questions than it answers, potentially impacting more than just the courtroom.
Because my dragons also protect those I fight for. So really we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too, I can promise you. That is so manipulative and shady and absolutely leveraging her relationship with Taylor Swift, no?
When you call a friend in trouble, you expect them to have your back. But the situation has spiraled, with people using snake emojis to suggest Taylor's disdain for manipulation, drawing parallels to Kim Kardashian and others who have crossed her.
She doesn't want that in her life. People who are using her. She feels like she was leveraging her name, as we reported.
The controversy revolves around the much-anticipated film adaptation of It Ends With Us, directed by Baldoni. Lively's lawsuit, filed in California Superior Court, accuses Baldoni of sexual harassment and workplace retaliation, but the language of the complaint has drawn scrutiny.
Tape something quick here, because look at this. Taylor Swift feels like she was used by Blake Lively in her war with Justin Baldoni. She resents Blake calling her one of her dragons and leveraging her name.
Instead of presenting concrete claims, it focuses on Lively's perception of Baldoni's behavior, a tactic that legal experts suggest may have been designed to avoid liability for perjury. Adding to the complexity, Lively chose to bypass the California Civil Rights Department's investigative process, opting instead to release the complaint directly to the New York Times, igniting a media frenzy. This bold move raised questions.
He's a bad guy.
She's amazing up until the last season, and I reject the last season. It's not
spoiler
canon
alert,
to me.
because the last season kind of does suck. She turns into a psychopath. I happen to have a few dragons, for better or worse, but usually for better, because my dragons also protect those I fight for. So really we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine.
Was it about seeking justice or controlling the narrative? Baldoni quickly denied the allegations through his legal counsel, labeling them as categorically false and damaging. The situation escalated further when Baldoni filed a countersuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, seeking $400 million in damages for defamation, claiming a malicious effort to destroy his career.
One thing is clear, Taylor feels used. There's a huge falling out. Taylor is godmother to one of Ryan and Taylor's kids. Whoo!
In a shocking twist, Baldoni's countersuit describes Lively as leveraging her personal network, including Taylor Swift, whom he refers to as one of Lively's dragons, a metaphor for her influential allies. While Swift is not named as a defendant, her connection to Lively has fueled speculation.
Tape something quick here because look at this. Taylor Swift feels like she was used by Blake Lively in her war with Justin Baldoni. She resents Blake calling her one of her dragons and leveraging her name. What did I say, Kim?
Reports suggest that a post-production meeting at Lively's New York apartment, intended to be private, turned into a confrontation when Baldoni unexpectedly showed up, leaving Swift feeling blindsided. The public scrutiny has intensified, with fans and media dissecting every detail. Was Swift misled into attending a setup? Did Baldoni aim to shift the power dynamics?
Taylor does, she has her own ego and she's not perfect, but I do know she doesn't like to be involved in drama that she hasn't specifically, said, I want to call this out. You know what I mean? So do you think this is true? Do you think Blake is now revealing too much of Taylor?
The ambiguity has only stoked the flames of speculation. Sources indicate that Swift feels used by Lively in this legal battle, resenting the label of dragon and the implications of being involved without her consent. As the lawsuit unfolds, the future of It Ends With Us hangs in the balance, with stakeholders reassessing their strategies.
She gave a song at a certain point because probably Blake asked, and she thought, oh, cool, yeah, and that was her friendly thing, right? And clearly they're close. But if I'm a friend and my friend, if you're my friend and you write this about me, I'll be honest, I'm definitely going to hold it. I'm definitely going to have some issues with you moving forward because this isn't appropriate. Go ahead.
For Lively, the stakes are high. This lawsuit may represent her most significant public and personal challenge yet. Known for her meticulous control over her image, she now finds herself navigating the unpredictable terrain of litigation, where narratives are shaped by sworn statements rather than publicists. Meanwhile, Swift's involvement raises questions about her role in the unfolding drama.
And now she's in this mess for why? For what? And now there's plenty of evidence that shows, because of Blake, that she incorporated Taylor, Taylor's notes. What did you think? Taylor did this, Taylor's song, yada, yada. Now Taylor's involved. And there was no reason for her to be involved. Why had she anything to do with this movie, Kim?
As one of the most private figures in the industry, she is now expected to be deposed, a situation she never signed up for. Insiders reveal that Swift feels blindsided. Her friendship with Lively transformed into a legal strategy without her consent.
It's questionable at minimum. And I would not be surprised if Taylor was upset about that. One of the things I've said through this whole thing that I cannot reconcile is that Taylor has been such an advocate for people having creative control of their own projects.
The fallout has led to a quiet but definitive end to their friendship, with Swift reportedly distancing herself from Lively. The legal battle has not only strained their relationship, but has also cast a shadow over Lively's career. Once positioned as a prestige project, It Ends With Us now faces uncertainty, with rumors of tension and ego behind the scenes.
Sources say Taylor is also learning Blake has been inappropriate leveraging her name for a long time, like telling a young actress that Taylor cast her, which simply did not happen. Oh my God.
Swift's contributions to the screenplay, initially uncredited, have been overshadowed by the lawsuit, further complicating the narrative. As the media frenzy continues, the question remains: will Swift stand by her friend, or will she choose to step away entirely? One thing is clear: she never agreed to be a pawn in this game, and now that she's been dragged into the chaos, the implications are profound.
I can't see her being the person that looks at a project like this, understanding how passionate Justin is about it, and going, oh yeah, Blake, take it. It doesn't add up. Not to me.
The fallout from this legal drama has not only affected Lively and Baldoni, but has also left Swift grappling with the consequences of a friendship that has turned transactional.
I could definitely see her not being happy with this, and
In a world where public perception is everything, Swift's silence speaks volumes. As she navigates this unexpected turmoil, the future of her relationship with Lively remains uncertain. The stakes are high, and the fallout from this legal battle is far from over.
There was a critical meeting at Blake and Ryan's penthouse with Justin to discuss a scene that Blake had rewritten for It Ends With Us. Justin has said the meeting got super heated and he felt ambushed because Ryan and
Lively's lawsuit against Baldoni is not just a personal dispute. It represents a broader commentary on the culture of Hollywood, where power dynamics often dictate the narrative.
Taylor came to Blake's apartment at the time Blake told her to, not knowing anyone else would be there. In other words, Taylor had no idea there'd be a meeting going on. And I wonder if Taylor knows.
The allegations of harassment and retaliation are serious, and they resonate with ongoing conversations about workplace safety and accountability in the entertainment industry. Lively's decision to take legal action reflects a growing trend among women in Hollywood to speak out against misconduct.
Our sources say Taylor believes Blake timed her meeting with Justin so Taylor would arrive before he left, and is baffled by Blake later characterizing her as her dragon.
But the manner in which she has approached this situation has raised eyebrows. Critics argue that the lawsuit's vague language and reliance on Lively's subjective experiences rather than concrete evidence may undermine its credibility. Legal experts have pointed out that while emotional testimonies are important, they must be supported by tangible proof to hold weight in court.
Our sources say Taylor believes Blake timed her meeting with Justin so Taylor would arrive before he left, and is baffled by Blake later characterizing her as her dragon.
This has led to speculation about whether Lively's strategy is more about public perception than legal victory. The choice to bypass formal channels and go straight to the media has also been scrutinized.
Of Taylor Swift is like a nightmare for her. It's a nightmare. It's got to be a nightmare for Blake and Ryan. No one wants Taylor. I'm sure last thing they're going to want is Taylor Swift to have to go get subpoenaed, and then they're going to have to go through her stuff that costs her legally.
With some suggesting it was a calculated move to generate sympathy and support before the legal proceedings even began. Swift's involvement complicates the narrative further. As a global superstar with a carefully crafted image, her association with Lively's lawsuit could have significant repercussions for her brand.
Blake asked, and she thought, oh, cool, yeah, and that was her friendly thing, right? And clearly they're close. But if I'm a friend, and my friend, if you're my friend and you write this about me, I'll be honest, I'm definitely going to hold it. I'm definitely going to have some issues with you moving forward.
The revelation that Lively referred to Swift as one of her dragons has sparked debate about the nature of their friendship. Was Swift merely a supportive friend, or was she being positioned as a weapon in Lively's legal arsenal? The ambiguity surrounding this relationship has left fans and insiders questioning the authenticity of their bond. Sources close to Swift have indicated that she feels manipulated and used, particularly after learning that her name was invoked without her consent.
Her hands all over the project and everything else, and then she gets on the red carpet and says to the reporter that Ryan was the one who wrote it. I don't know what to believe from her anymore, and that's part of my issue here. It's just, I feel like the name dropping happens when it's beneficial.
This has led to a rift between the two women, with Swift reportedly distancing herself from Lively in the wake of the lawsuit. The fallout from this situation has not only affected their personal relationship.
And Ryan, in your example you just said, absolutely also leveraging Ryan, because did Ryan even write the scene? Who knows at this point? But
should either of them have been writing it during the strike? I don't know.
The thing she literally fought for and wrote and was so proud of, all these texts, and then on a carpet she just says,
but has also raised questions about the implications for Swift's career. As she navigates the potential legal ramifications of being deposed, the stakes for her are high. The ongoing legal drama has cast a long shadow over It Ends With Us, a film that was once poised to be a significant achievement for Lively. The project, based on a best-selling novel, was expected to showcase her range as an actress and solidify her status as a serious filmmaker. However, with the lawsuit and countersuit dominating headlines, the film's future is now uncertain.
Ryan wrote the scene because I think she thinks that's going to help the movie's promotional sake. Hey, Brian, I told them you wrote that scene. I hope that's cool. Like, is the kind of attitude I feel like maybe she was doing.
Stakeholders, including investors and marketing teams, are reassessing their strategies, and the film's potential for awards recognition has been jeopardized. As the legal battle unfolds, the behind-the-scenes dynamics of the production are also coming to light.
It feels like a big, beautiful summer movie, but like we didn't have any budget.
First, I got to pause. We're going to get to it. This is a big, beautiful summer movie. No, it's not. It's a very serious movie. Second, we didn't have budget. You think, Melanie, that's because she spent it all in her wardrobe?
Reports of tension, ego clashes, and creative disagreements have surfaced, painting a picture of a tumultuous environment. Swift's uncredited contributions to the screenplay, which were initially seen as a collaborative effort, have been overshadowed by the lawsuit.
But now we didn't have any money. Yeah, well, now we know why. All right, let's continue.
So there were a lot of favors and a lot of begging and release for Taylor.
Further complicating the narrative surrounding the film. This legal drama is not just a personal conflict. It reflects the broader issues of power, manipulation, and accountability in Hollywood.
Why not bring her to the Super Bowl like she did last year? Why not post something and just support? Why not be out there and make it very clear that you support your friend and you know?
As Lively and Baldoni's legal battle continues, it serves as a reminder of the complexities of navigating relationships in an industry where public perception can make or break careers. The fallout from this situation will likely have lasting effects on all parties involved.
At the Super Bowl, Blake Lively was there right next to her BFF, celebrating, and we're told that is not going to happen this year.
Shaping their reputations and careers for years to come. As Swift grapples with the implications of her involvement, the question remains, how will she navigate this unexpected turmoil? Will she choose to stand by Lively, or will she distance herself further from the situation? The stakes are high, and the fallout from this legal battle is far from over. In a world where every move is scrutinized, the future of their friendship and the impact on their careers hangs in the balance.